All right, guys, let's see what we got next. We got, oh, wait, there you guys are.
Yeah.
What's happening, man?
Good to see
So,
you.
folks, we are here at the CDC booth in Blade Show, Texas, and you guys have got some cool stuff, including this one right here that's on Kickstarter right now. Tell me about this.
That's the Outbreak. That is a Magna Cut blade with titanium handles. OEM is Beztech. This thing is on Kickstarter right now, and you can get it for $250. And then once it funds, you're gonna go to $290 on our website. So
Right.
you get a nice little discount for getting it on Kickstarter.
Folks, head on over there and help them get this thing funded because this thing is absolutely sick, super smooth. And I got to tell you guys are still knocking it out of the park. Like, so you kind of got started a few years ago with the patches, and that was kind of a fun thing.
Oh, yeah.
What has it been like going through this process? And now you've got a lot of different, I mean, Peterson right here with this White River. You've got some stuff from Vosteed. You've got some your own knives that the Chicago, the Salem, the Hanson, the Salvation. I've got my Uinta right here that I absolutely love. So what has it been like going through this process?
Time consuming. Very time consuming. Especially when we both have full-time jobs.
Right?
But it's been fun. It's been really, 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 really fun.
Well, that's what we love about you guys, and that's what I think the whole community loves is they can see your passion for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Because you, like you said, you do have full-time jobs, but you're so passionate about
Yes.
what you guys do
Yes.
and what you guys are bringing to the community, and it's so different and unique because you guys are passionate about it. You're not just sitting around in an office and like, oh, let's try that.
You know, it's funny. I don't mean to cut you off, but there was a day we went to Blade Show, the very first time we went, and we were in the hotel. We came down and we saw all these people wearing suits, and they were doing their thing. And more power to them. Like we're not knocking on that. But I looked at Drew and he looked at me, and we both said at the same time, we're gonna remember where we came from. We're gonna stay
Right.
true to being for the people, and just trying to be as lax and
Well, and you guys are
carefree.
so involved in the community too. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
just you guys like, oh, let's try this wacky crazy thing. You guys are like you're doing lives all the time on
Every day.
YouTube,
Literally.
which I wish I could be involved in more. I've done a few of them.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, being that involved in the community, you guys really have your finger on the pulse of
Yes, sir.
what people are looking for, and you're really people even throwing out ideas, and you guys are just running with it and absolutely killing it. And I got to say, we love the stuff you guys are doing. So we kind of glossed over a little bit, but I want to go over like the full product line here of what you guys have and are offering. Of course, we've got the Hanson right down here. That is kind of the origin story
Yes, sir.
right
Yes.
there.
Yep.
And that one started about a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit
Maybe
longer.
a little longer.
I think we did the pre-order December of 22.
Yep.
So yeah,
Right.
a little over a year. Yeah.
And so then we've got the Salem right here.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the Chicago right here. So let's go over kind of what you guys went through. So the Hanson D2 on the blade steel. We've
Yep.
got the G10 handle scales.
Yep.
And we've got a lot of different color combinations that you guys came up with that, especially your mainstay right there, your flagship, the pink and blue.
Yep. And then on this one we did white stealth sprinkles, give it that stormtrooper look for the Tonto.
Love it.
And those were limited to 200 on that particular model. Really excited about the Tonto. I like the drop point or straight back, whatever you want
Yeah,
to call it, but
right.
the Tonto is definitely my favorite.
It gives it that extra oomph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about, you guys kind of took a step forward as far as premium quality with the Salem here. Let's talk about that one and how that one came about.
So far we've tried to do everything as far as the name goes, donut themed. So the first Krispy Kreme was in Winston-Salem, so the Salem.
Nice.
Not the Salem witch trials. Definitely not the witch trials. But we wanted to do kind of a mid-range folder. So you're looking at S35, G10 show side, and then everything else except for the blade is titanium. and the bearings, obviously.
Right.
But everything titanium, frame lock, S35
Yeah.
with the G10 show side on the Salem.
I absolutely love this knife. I mean, that thing is just
chunky.
fantastic.
It's chunky. I like it.
And then not long after that, you guys came out with the Chicago.
Yep.
I believe that was the progression, right? It was
Yeah.
the
So
Salem
we
Piston and
we
the
kind
Chicago,
of
right?
we kind of shot ourselves in the foot and tried two at the same time. But it worked out. It did work out. So we did the Chicago and the Salvation at the same time. Opened those pre-orders, and I say we shot ourselves in the foot. We thought we shot ourselves in the foot by doing two, and then it ended up
Right.
And then it ended up working out.
Well, I know we sold every single one of them that we had.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And tell me what the thinking was behind. So that's a very unique blade shape. You've got a compound grind here with the hollow on the front, and then the flat up, hollow on the bottom, and then the flat up front there.
You know, when I'm doing the designs and stuff, I try and be unique with everything. And Isaac was one of the first people that caught it. It's reminiscent of a Barlow, an old school Barlow, and it's just fun, man. I wanted it to be a bigger knife that was fun, and just you're able to just get a good purchase on it. So it's a fun knife.
Yeah, I love that. And you guys haven't just stuck to folders either. You've done some fixed blades as well,
Yep.
including this right here, this Salvation. This is actually just like the one that I've got, and this is a great farm knife for me. And you incorporated some of the same aspects, like I said, compound grind, so you've got a nice hollow grind back here, really slicey, but to beef up that tip, you've got a nice flat grind up front. And this thing is so simplistic, but it fits in the hand so well. And you guys absolutely knocked it out of the park with this and came out with 4 different variations.
Yes.
So
The sprinkles are long gone
Oh,
for
yeah.
the first run.
those went like that. Just
Very, very fast.
instantaneously.
Very fast.
But a phenomenal knife. And I also really like, and this is another little small attention to detail, but as far as the design goes, the little section of jimping up front, so that you've got that nice finger hole and you've got an index point right there, which you find a lot in the firearms community.
Yes.
Glock started that years ago, but you've got that index point, so
Yep.
it's familiar when you can't see it, or if you're in the dark, or you're in a location, like if you're dressing game or something like that even.
Yep.
You can find that point and you know where you're at, and it's very precise.
Exactly.
Your knife is going to be covered in a lot of stuff when you're skinning a deer.
Exactly. And now you guys have come out with a nice collaboration with Jacob Peterson here, with White River,
Yep.
and another phenomenal job right there, which Jacob's done a really cool job with all of his collaborations with those.
Yes.
And then you guys have also worked with Vosteed on a lot of these knives, including this one right here. So tell me a little bit about this.
So we did the Corgi in blue and pink first. Both blade finishes is the word I was looking for. And this is going to be the next one. So we did a pre-order for those, and then this one will be next with Vosteed, the pink and white sprinkles. And that's following the same theme as the raccoons. So we did same colorway for the raccoons. We started with the blue and pink, and then did pink and white. And they're just awesome to work with. They really, really are. UA is awesome. He came up to the booth last year, and he was like, "Hey, I want to collab." And I'm like, "Yes, absolutely." Like, you are UA. Like, yes, absolutely, man.
Well, and that's the other cool aspect is you guys have worked with several different companies as far as your collaborations and your OEMs. And how has that process been? Has it been interesting figuring out the way different companies work?
It's been fun.
Yeah,
It's really taught us a lot, too. It's really taught us a lot. And I really wanted to share something, too, that we haven't shared with nobody. Like, you don't even know about this yet.
Yeah.
Somebody we're in talks with about starting a collaboration with is Rick himself. So
I did know a little bit about that. So
Oh,
well,
no.
I didn't know I didn't know a lot about that, but I knew there had been discussions.
Yep.
I didn't know any details or anything like that, but I knew you guys had discussed that.
We are working out the details still.
Same warning.
Yes, absolutely.
But this is the model we're going to go with when we do our collaboration. We officially made us vendors today.
Yep.
So it's moving forward.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Very excited.
I know you guys got to spend a lot of time in close proximity with him at our fall festival last year.
Thanks to y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean and that's what I love getting to see would you hush?
24 Blade Show checks left.
Now,
Still have 15
you-
minutes.
wait, get a shot of this watch. Did you see this?
So this is my time, okay? Because I refuse to change the time on all my watches that I brought
like my
to
dad.
Central. I'm
It's like
like,
my dad.
I'll subtract an hour from whatever my watch says.
Anytime
I'm not doing it.
And I'm going to say that anytime my
Yeah,
dad traveled when I was a kid, he would
Yep.
be like, "So
Well, so it
this is going to be
switched from my
happening
phone.
at 6 o'clock. That's
Yep.
5 o'clock our
Yep,
time."
exactly.
And I'm like,
exactly.
Why don't you
Well,
just
or I just look
say-
at my phone? You know,
Right.
Because that one's accurate. That
now
one
you've
changes,
got something in
but-
your pocket that's
I do.
interesting, and it's not been
I
made
do.
yet. And I
No,
don't,
it hasn't.
wait, that looks.
Is this the SMKW collab, Hanson Tonto? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. It might be.
Let us know in the comments down below if that's something you guys might be interested in, or something you guys want to see. Maybe you could push us in the direction of where we need to go on that.
Maybe.
I dig it, and I think that is flipping awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys have also got some aromatic
Yes.
additions
Yes.
to your knives. So we got a knife lube, a pivot lube, or a donut oil, if you will.
Yes.
And how did that come about?
So about, man, a little over a year ago, Carbon
It was.
Honey.
Yeah, it was at Blade Shed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carbon Honey
Mm-hmm.
reached out to us and said, "Hey, I want to white label some donut oil for you." And we said, "Yes, let's
Mm-hmm.
do it." So it took about 8 to 9 months to get the formula just right, and it smells like blueberry donuts.
Oh my
It's
god!
phenomenal. And as you know, Drew put his on his Outbreak knife,
Right?
what,
Day one.
day one, which
Yep.
was what, about a month or two ago?
Yeah, at least.
And it still
At least.
smells like
Just
the
like
oil.
that.
Wow.
Yep.
Carbon Honey does a lot of stuff in the balisong community, so
Right.
he's well known. He did a great job on the donut oil for us, and we're very excited about that. We actually released it, what, a month ago?
Yeah, because
And
we
it
did a
sold out
pre-order.
instantly?
Yeah, and then
Wow.
got them in about a month ago.
And regardless of what you hear in a live, don't smoke it.
Or eat it, or
eat
do
it.
not
Do
consume
not
in
ingest
any way,
that.
shape,
It
or
has
form.
graphene.
Yes.
And you don't really
Yes.
need your
Yes.
insides lubed.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
that is
Yeah.
It says it on the bottle. Do not.
Yeah. Do
consume.
not consume. Yeah.
that is freaking awesome. You guys are killing it. I love you guys.
TC, good to see you.
Keep doing what you're doing because you guys are knocking it out of the park.
Thanks, brother.